Welcome back, guys, and today we are going to roast some coffee. I'm here in my garage. It's freezing cold here in Canada. It's -3 degrees, and I'm in my garage, not a neat place, but this is where my roaster is set up, and my roaster is also freezing cold. If I touch, it's like ice cold. Anyway, I'm going to roast some Laos Arabica green beans. I got the 2 pounds ready here. I got my computer here set up so that we can monitor the roast process. Let's have a cold roasting today. Stay tuned. So first thing is I'm going to set up my exhaust. That's the first thing I do. Okay, that's all done. Now let's load some beans. That's one lib. That's 2 lib. And the chaff collector goes on the top. Make sure it's sitting properly. And here, and next I'm gonna switch on the gas, the propane line, and then switch on the gas button. And I've chosen roast profile number 3, which is medium. And everything looks fine, and we are ready to begin. So in order to begin, all you do is press the start button for 2 seconds. And the gas should kick in soon. Okay, now the gas is on. And you'll see a lot of moisture initially. Computer is on, which shows me the roast profile. So you could see the red graph rising up. And it shows the current time and temperature, which is here. 1 minute into the roast and 145 Fahrenheit. See the red line coming up. And it's gonna follow the black guided line that I've set. So you could hear the propane line or the gas line switching on and off. It is hot. So 257 Fahrenheit. We are 4 minutes into the roast and the temperature is 290°F. So as you can see, the color of the beans have turned yellow. From green it's more yellowish, and soon it's gonna change to light brown color. 5 minutes into the roast and it's 320°F. And the red line is following the black line, and the black line is the guided line. So if it crosses the black line, the gas line will switch off automatically, and then when it goes low, it will switch on automatically. That's how it works. As it passed the black line, the gas line switched off. I could hear that, it's very audible. Now it's back on. So 339°F. So we should be hearing the first crack between 370 to 390. Now I could see that the beans are more light brown color. So it changes from the yellow phase to brown phase. Now the moisture is all escaped from the beans, and this will be the time it will start developing. Okay, it's 360°F, and I could hear the first crack. Just started. So that's 7.5 minutes into the roast.
and that's when the first crack started. Now the beans are turning a bit more brownish color from light brown. Eight minutes into the roast, and it's 370 degrees Fahrenheit. Now in the graph I have manually reduced the rate of rise because this is the phase that the beans develop between the first crack and the second crack. So almost 9 minutes into the roast. It's 380 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's 9.5 minutes. It's almost brown color. Now it's getting close to the color that I like. The medium, very nice medium roast. Still like the clear 1 or 2 first crack, almost finished though. Now it has reached the maximum for roast profile 3 and the cooling phase started, and here I would know in the graph what exactly happened and where exactly it stopped. You could see the big dip there in the red graph. That means it stopped roasting and the cooling phase started, and it's gonna cool, it's gonna go all the way down. Now it shows the current bean temperature at 321, 320, it's going down. Now the roasting time is 11.5 minutes. Now you would wonder where exactly it stopped and what was the maximum bean temperature. It's written here at the end roast. So it roasted for 10 minutes and 16 seconds, and it went up to 397 degrees Fahrenheit. That's where it stopped. So it records that in the end roast area, so that we know we have that record. So the beans are now cooling down. So what happens now is the gas line is completely cut off, and it's using the inbuilt fan to push the air through the beans so that it cools down quickly. It's gonna take another few minutes. When the graph reaches somewhere at the bottom, that's when it will stop. So the looks good. That's the color that I wanted. All of them went through the first crack fully, and it did not start the second crack just before that. Should cool down quicker than normal because the air temperature is much less compared to other days that I roasted. I can touch the exhaust pipe now. It's a little bit warm, and you could always check the current temperature here, which is 138 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the bean's temperature right now, and total 14 minutes into the roast, including the cooling cycle, which is happening now. You can see the graph getting low down there, so within few minutes it should switch off automatically. That's a good thing about this roaster. I don't have to touch it. Everything happens automatically. On other roasting machine, you'll have to transfer the beans to the cooling tray and make sure the cooling tray is running. So you don't have to do this. Everything happens in that chamber, the roasting and the cooling. Cool. So as you see, it switched off automatically. I did not even touch the machine. Now it shows the current temperature. Let's check quickly. So the temperature is at 95 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 minutes and 14 seconds total roast time including cooling. And that's where you see the roast cycle when the gas was on. It took 10 minutes and 16 seconds, and the temperature, the maximum temperature that it reached was 397. That's when it switched off. Now this temperature is not accurate. I would say take minus 10, minus 20, somewhere there. They are not that accurate because the sensor is not touching the beans. The sensor would be somewhere here on this. It's connected to this chamber, to this cover. So it won't be accurate, but it shows the hot air temperature that flows from the beans directly up here. That's the temperature that it measures and shows. Anyway, I'm gonna take this exhaust down now, and then we will have a closer look at the beans. Stay tuned. Now you could see the temperature probe there. I'll show you a close-up. That's where your temperature sensor is. That's what records the bean temperature. So you cannot say that's 100% accurate because it's not touching the beans. Now this is the chaff collector. It will have all the chaffs collected. So let me go outside and discard this first, and then we will take the beans out.